is associated with the color of your skin. However, this pigment called melanin is part of your nervous system and your brain, and is basically the chemical key to life. It is called a civilizing chemical because it regulates all the rhythms in your body, when your eyebrows should grow, when you should become a man, puberty, when you should become a woman, what time your liver should be fed, what time your heart should be fed. It regulates all the rhythmicity of your system. It's a synchronizing chemical, better known as a civilizing chemical. It is how we classify races based on the pigment that they have. We're classified on the highest on the racial scale by the Europeans themselves. Everyone else has a lesser degree of melanin, and the Europeans classify themselves as having the least amount of melanin of any race. This causes them to have more ammonia in their system than black people, and more sulfur. I think it's the only time you smell it is when their hair gets wet. You're smelling the ammonia and sulfur. Sulfur makes things smell rotten, and they have more salt in their body than you do, and they have the least amount of peripheral circulation, which is circulation to your skin, than you do. The problem with ammonia is that if you put it in like a sub-degree temperature, it will boil. When you put it in a hot oven around 300 degrees Fahrenheit or so, it will freeze. It's a very tricky chemical. And that's why you walk into a room and it's very cold, and white people in it, they feel comfortable. Because the ammonia is making them feel warm. That's why you see them walking around with shorts in the snow. They have a lot of ammonia. They are biochemically different from you. The melanin is the chemical that's high in your ears, which causes you to absorb more sound in a sound. You hear the full range of a sound. No race can do that, except you. Melanin is high in your brown part of your eyes, called the iris, named after a goddess called Isis. So it causes you to absorb more color when you see a color. You're the only one can see the true color of a color. Everyone else is seeing a paler blue, a paler red, a paler green. So you see the world differently, and you hear the world differently. Melanin is high in your taste buds, which causes you to taste the full flavor of the food, which sets up what we call enzymes to help you break down more nutrients in the food with less energy. We call it conversion reaction. It takes less energy for you to get energy from the food. Europeans have to have worms and parasites and other dead things in their body to help them metabolize food, but that's good for them. I just want you to keep in mind that all worms and parasites are white, so I'm not going to go into that subject either. Nonetheless, we have this melanin in our system, and it's high in your brain, which causes you to store more information in your brain. We call it ancestral memory. This is blocked by a chemical called synthetic oxytocin given to women when they're pregnant, trying to induce labor, which causes the child to have blocked ancestral memory. Can't connect to their past too well. They don't want to hear none of that black stuff. So you have this melanin in your body, and it's primarily secreted, made in your intestines. It's made in all parts of your body, like blood cells are made in all parts of your body. It's primarily secreted by a gland called the pineal gland, which is in the center of your brain, and a water-filled space called the third ventricle. And inside of this ventricle, this water-filled space in your center of your brain, is the pineal gland. It's about the size of a pea, a green pea, and it's shaped like a pine cone, thus the name pineal gland. It, of course, spins like the planets do. It has rotations, which were originally set in motion by hearing your father and smelling your mother. It causes a lateral and horizontal quiver reaction in the pineal gland that causes the child to be bonded to you in a special way that they can't be bonded to a parent that adopts them.